Dude! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Dude,
no, dude!
He's just hitting like tennis balls and like C-stands.
Oh, yeah! Yes! This is the real VFX talk. This is the VFX talk that happens behind closed doors, after hours.
This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Stick around to the end to see how you can get a free trial of a premium membership.
What up, pimps? It's VFX Artists React, your favorite series, your only series. That's what you hit the bell for. I'm with my two bros, Sam and Niko, the people I learned visual effects from.
So let's take a look at some of those videos, and let's take a look at some of the movies that helped define our love of visual effects.
One of the greatest drift shots of all time here. Oh, yeah! Oh, you feel that. I put this shot up there with the jet shot in Transformers. There's some shots, just the way the camera moves has like a momentum to it and like an expectation of where the elements are within it.
You don't climb into a T-180 to be a driver. You do it because you're driven.
You see the car's number for one frame?
Of them 6.
You do it because you're driven.
Oh, so cool.
Whoa, that's kind of trippy actually. I've never seen that detail.
This is the beauty of 24 frames per second, is the human eye can still catch one frame if you just flash an image for
And it's an animation thing, right? That's an anime thing. I would say, by the way, Spider-Verse has the same love of animation and applying like these visual techniques.
You know so much, why don't you tell me why I should keep driving?
That's for you to figure out. I just...
So beautiful.
This is breaking, there's no like realistic anything happening here, right? It is completely emotionally subjective. This is not something that anyone's seeing, right? Like, it's completely untethered from realism. It's expressing the emotion momentum of the scene through imagery. Oh, you go back, you flash back to the beginning. You flash back to, oh, this is a kid, and then you're gonna come around and you're gonna morph into the, yes! Oh my god! Yes!
That gave me chills.
Oh my god!
It's so good. There's just like the way they're transitioning seamless with each shot here, like so constantly. Like they're not using cuts. It's like half of the cuts aren't cuts.
Man, I wish more movies were made with this kind of like kinetic energy.
That's the thing I think about a lot actually is in a lot of these movies is about the kineticism of it. Like the Raka Raka guys have that in spades. And I think about like when you look at a Raka Raka video compared to like a Marvel fight scene, it's like, yeah, the Marvel fight scene might be more technically like choreographed, but like it's just there's more impact. It hits. It feels like you're getting thrown. Like I can't explain it. It's something that you like feel. I think I saw this movie like 6 or 7 times in theaters. One of the few movies that the approach to visual effects wasn't how do we make just something realistic, period. The perspective of it was like how do we redefine how visual effects can create a visual language.
This is like the amount of coordination it takes to be like a director and put this together, because most directors don't have their heads wrapped around motion graphics. And most motion graphics artists don't have their heads wrapped around character dialogue and like scene beats and pacing. Like to being able to bring all this together is such a work of mastery. It's storytelling and visuals together better than almost any other film has achieved.
Oh my goodness. If somebody watches this sequence and comes out of it being like, it was okay, whatever, it's like, I don't want to know that person. I don't. If this scene doesn't move you, then movies aren't for you. Go find something else to entertain. Read a book. This is pure cinema.
Are we gonna watch Solthar's videos? That's the clip. I can't find it. That's
Is
the
it
thing.
gone?
I don't even know how to search for it.
I found it.
No. Oh, yes.
So here's the thing. Before we even met each other before, like we were all 15 years old and we were all on this like FX Home website. This was like the one hub for amateur visual effects artists.
And that was like the very, very beginning.
Yes, we're all in middle school. We're all like loading up After Effects version
We're
like
all
3 or 4.
borrowing our parents' cameras.
Yeah, we're all borrowing parents' cameras, and this website was the place you upload your cool VFX action videos. There was one man.
The god.
One man, the god of this amateur visual effects website. He still continues to make movies and videos to this day. He was known as Solthar, aka Marco von Moose. When we all watched this video, we all melted into our seats. We were like, you're telling me on my home PC I can make an action movie this cool?
my god.
Dude,
no, dude.
No, it's just cut.
Oh my god, yes, I remember that. Yes.
How did you do that? How did you remember that? And they're overlapping.
The clones, I remember seeing the clones and being like, I get it, but then they overlapped. They're hitting each other? What? He's hitting himself?
Whoa! The Matrix. Look how big that bullet
And he
is.
stops it. He's each other, and then he's
Dude.
You lose.
That's the best death. Dude.
Wow.
So how about the truck shot? How do you guys think they did the truck shot?
Was it a model?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a little
He's
truck.
holding a Hot Wheels or a little die-cast.
That's a forced perspective. This one was a comp, right? But
No, they're both forced
They're
perspectives.
both forced perspectives?
Yeah.
He's holding it in front of the camera?
Yeah.
It's not even positive.
It's just a toy.
Dude, I just realized that gunshot where he flips the gun up with his foot, he just reversed it. He went bang, bang, bang and then dropped it on his foot, I think.
And by the way, good muzzle flashes. Like there's still, I've seen muzzle flashes in like commercial movies that are worse than that still.
Maybe use a green screen, who knows? Probably not, considering you could barely green screen with DV footage back in the day.
couldn't.
So DV footage is 720 by 640. It's a weird aspect ratio that gets squeezed back into a 4:3. While you might have 720 by 640 pixels of black and white of luminance data, you had 1/4 of that in color data. So if you filmed on a green screen, you only had a 320 by 240 resolution image for pulling your green screen key. So the moment you start doing a green screen key for a full screen shot, there's like big cubes just missing on the side of your actor.
And they had like all these like hacky like, oh, we got a way of smoothing it in the software, and you do it, you turn the slider all the way up, and you're like,
And you're like, how do they do it in Hollywood, man?
absolute legend. Could you imagine, by the way, like you sitting around with a camera nowadays, people are like, oh yeah, I'm doing a thing for Instagram, I'm doing a thing for YouTube. Could you imagine this man in Austria or wherever the hell he is on the side of some industrial road with his camera like doing this? The bystanders, what would they say? We hear about people at home who are like, hey, you guys got me into visual effects. You got, like, this is that for us.
Yes, that's all because one man made this.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. One man could pull this off, and we were but one man each. And it gave us the motivation and the inspiration.
Machines control your life right now. Everything. What you buy, what you watch, what you eat, those are all machines. Robots. You saw Terminator 2. Take control of your entertainment away from the machines. Click subscribe.
Bring it on.
This is an era where you didn't have a lot of friends, so you did have to just fight yourself.
It's like, oh, remember that Jet Li movie, The One?
This is Jet Li doing.
This is what we said. This is Jet Li making a movie by himself. Right? We're back to Solthar here.
Just as Solthar. This is Jet Li doing Solthar.
So this is bad Jet Li, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. So cool.
What a great effect.
This is like the only bullet time ripoff to still be like rad.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, he take the power.
Dude, he took his power, dude.
Okay, so that's the plot. He gets more powerful each time he kills a clone.
Yes. This shot. Oh, yes. Yes.
Dude, he's so strong.
All right, so here's the thing. Everybody had their minds blown, and you'll probably have your mind blown too, because this came out, what, like 2001? Those were all CG doubles in 2001. When they're making this, like, how are we going to do this shot? Like, do we film people in slow motion on a green screen and comp them in? It's like, okay, we'll do it this way. We'll just kick the stuntman around and hit him with a club a little bit. Just kick him in the freaking head.
Fuck this guy
it's like,
up.
we could use padded clubs, but no, let's just kick the dude.
It's just torture.
And you're like, it's all right. It's not bad. We could just try to do it in 3D. No one's really done this before.
Yeah, he's just basically hitting like tennis balls and like C-stands, and it's just him walking around doing power moves in like an empty room.
The thing that helps them a lot is that a lot of times the animation is what gives away the digital double, right?
Yeah.
Having slow motion where we have no context of where the movement should be, like going to slow motion and then kind of hitting fast and all that stuff, like That helps. It's funny, the only part that gives it away there for me is when afterwards the guy like pulls his head up.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
When they're getting up and you're like, oh, that looks a little more CG, right?
I just caught something that's actually really impressive. The flashlights on their guns are shining lights around the scene. You can see them lighting up the floor.
Oh shit, you're right. Wow.
That shot would not look nearly as realistic if the floor wasn't replaced. Doing the floor replacement lets them do appropriate shadows, reflections, flashlight reflections, all that stuff.
And then visually, that's half of the shot right there.
Yeah.
Wow. Good on them. Bravo.
Hey, tell me, do you beard or no beard? Leave a comment. Been thinking about it. Longer, shorter, beard, no beard. I want to know from you. I do everything in my life based on what the comments say on this video. So I want you to tell me what to do with my life. Beard or no beard?
Also, if there's any movies or cool videos that have visual effects you'd like us to break down, please leave a comment. Actually,
add it to the beard comment, under the beard comment. This one, oh man.
A little preface here. At the very beginnings of our YouTube career, Freddie and Brandon had launched their channel. You guys have been doing it for maybe 8 months. Sam and I were finally launching our channel, and we made this Minecraft video, and then collabed with you guys on this Mario Kart video.
That's what this was,
and
that's
right.
right.
And that basically pushing from this to the Minecraft video is what launched our YouTube career.
What a weird world we live in. I remember the shells being so impressed by how good these shells look. Just that shiny surface. Because you know what is what's nice about it is that you have a reference for like a shiny reflective material.
Yes.
In the plastic of the go-karts. So when they come out, you're just like, oh, whoa.
So Sam and I were like really trying to step up our VFX game. And for this one in particular, we're like, all right, let's do all the things the pros do. Let's take an HDRI light sample of the place, so our lighting matches. Let's do fully like physically based materials for the objects and lighting. Let's do physics for the 3D stuff so that it animates well. And I really like this part where they miss, and then it's the physics simulation.
Yeah, they just kind of hang out.
And also, if you look, we moved the side thing when they.
That's right.
Boom.
Yeah. We removed it. Were you back there?
Yeah, one of us is back there. We pulled it.
To get the real. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. There was quite a bit of work on that one, if I remember correctly.
That's right.
The moment the shell hits, we transition to a digital 3D rendering. So it was a really low res kind of janky model, but it didn't matter because it's getting motion blurred to hell. And then the only thing that needed to get fixed there was the helmet, the head there. So that's the only thing that is a little bit separate.
Yeah, it's like a ball that we place on top of it.
It is like a weird sphere that goes on top of it.
You can see the 3 shadows too. Like we have down like our elements in the ground.
Yeah, that's right. So a lot of these shots were, again, the GoPros weren't good at the time. A lot of these are just like me hanging off of the front of these dang cameras, or Brandon hanging on. You can sometimes see our arms like hanging back with a big wide lens. By the way, I still have a scar from this shoot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I was driving.
I think you were driving. I was on the front and I was holding the camera, and then Niko decided to take a turn a little hard, and so I got thrown off the back of it, and I still have a scar on my hand from when I fell onto the ground.
Man, sorry.
No, it's okay.
And there's our Minecraft video. Dude, the ad revenue from that Minecraft video paid our rent for like 3 months.
To be fair, our rent was pretty low. It was $1,800 a month.
Split
5
ways.
people.
5 ways.
You wanna know why we were able to quit our jobs and just do visual effects and not eat anything and use the oven to heat our hands? Yeah. Because we were paying $300 a month. That's $10 a day. You spend more on that at Starbucks. That was our rent back then.
So if you want to get a YouTube career, live in a shack. Seriously.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? On this channel, we are all about learning and education and developing new skills. And because of that, I want to talk to you about today's sponsor, Skillshare. It's been a crazy year so far, but with Skillshare, you can make it a year of growth and personal empowerment, because a site like Skillshare offers you a membership with meaning. You have a community of like-minded, passionate individuals driven, developing their creativity or their knowledge in all these different areas, and you can join them. Skillshare offers classes that work for you and your real-world schedule. Everything is broken down, easily accessible into different lessons that you can complete on your own time. Now you might think because this is a filmmaking channel that we'll be pushing filmmaking lessons on Skillshare, but you know what? They have lots of different lessons. For example, investing, so you can start planning for your retirement. Instrument lessons. So for example, they have handpan lessons. I even didn't think they'd have handpan lessons because it's such a unique instrument, but they do. So kudos to them for that. And of course, you have all of your different creative lessons as well, which are very, very well done and useful. In fact, one of my favorites is the DaVinci color grading lesson that they have. It's an overview of how to do great color grading in DaVinci and a good workflow for pulling in from other programs. The first 1,000 people to click the link in the description below will get a free trial of the premium membership. And if you decide to continue with your membership, it's very affordable. It's actually less than $10 a month if you sign up for the annual one. So yeah, good stuff. Go get learning. Turn your quarantine time into quarantine me time and start learning a new skill at Skillshare. Freddie, thanks for joining us on this Visual Effects Arts
Thanks for
Reaction.
having me. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is a blast, Freddie. Thanks for
This is a
joining us.
blast and a blast from the past.
It's really fun looking at our really old stuff and the stuff that inspired us too.
Yeah.
Like sharing a little bit of that story with everybody here on YouTube, because YouTube's changed so much in the past decade.
Yeah, YouTube's changed so much in the past year. Are you kidding? Every 6 months is a different YouTube.
Freddie, these days, if I want to be entertained by you, where do I go?
I'm doing a podcast. It's a podcast called Dungeons and Daddies. It's a Dungeons and Dragons podcast, but we don't play it too well. And it's about 4 dads in Dungeons and Dragons land trying to solve things. It's a lot of fun.
All right, Freddie, see you later.
See you later, Freddie.
Visual effects of stairs back here, boys.